So we're going to spend a few minutes talking about impact and more specifically centeredness of contact. So where the club is striking the ball. So I've got, big club face here, and I've got a ball with a rod through it to simulate sort of the spin axis of the ball. So if you hit it in the center of your club face and all the other conditions are correct, the ball will spin backwards towards your target. It will go straight and it'll drop straight down. So what happens, and we're going to go to a video in a second with Peter Costas in super slow motion. What happens if you don't hit it on the center of the club face? If you hit it out on the toe, what happens is the toe will open this way and the ball will spin the opposite way. So if you hit it on the toe, the spin axis of this ball is now spinning this way, so you can see how that would curve to the left. Conversely, if you hit it on the heel, what happens is the club face closes, the ball always goes towards the center, and it spins this way. So then that ball will curve off to the right. So heel hits curve to the right, toe hits curve to the left as a general rule. There could be some other things going on there too, but that's probably what's occurring. So we're going to go to a quick video with the BizHub Peter Costas, super slow motion. I think you'll find it pretty shocking.
I want to use our new Konica Minolta BizHub Swing Vision camera and its 18,000 frames per second to show you the difference between amateurs and tour professionals at the moment of truth, the moment right there, impact. Now we're used to seeing club heads like that from our tour players, but these are 3 amateur swings. We went out and got these swings. Watch what happens to the club head when you hit the ball off center. It twists, it rotates. It's unbelievable how much movement takes place in the shaft and the club head when an amateur mishits the golf ball off of center. Another one where the club is going to rotate down and over. Look at that blade rotation. It's unbelievable. So if you want to try and get better with your golf game, don't try to swing harder. Don't try to hit it farther. Think of these images of tour players. Charlie Hoffman. Look at how solid that driver is when you hit it in the center of the club face. Then you got Matt Kuchar. This was just a hair high on the face, but look at how stable that club is going through. And one last impact, Luke Donald. The difference between amateurs and these tour players, they find the center of the club face and keep it stable through impact.
So I have to admit, I was pretty shocked when I saw what actually happens on off-center hits at impact. Those effects are heightened with a driver. So with a driver, let's say you hit it 1 dimple off-center, which is not far. That tilts the spin of this ball by 5 degrees. So that's kind of hard to believe, but if you hit it 1 dimple off-center, it's going to tilt the ball 5 degrees, and then it's going to start spinning sideways a lot more. So it really is the most important variable of impact is the centeredness of contact. So how can you improve upon it? Well, a lot of you probably have seen down at the range some golf balls that have some marker on them. Dry erase markers, not permanent. So what's going to happen is you can either color the face of your golf club or you can color a golf ball. And what's going to happen is it's going to leave a mark. So you can see, this wear pattern is towards the toe. Here we go. And you can see this wear pattern is toward the heel. So that's an easy way to tell where you're hitting it on the face. I've got another club head here, real small. It's just a little bit bigger than a golf ball. So I'll give this to people and we'll hit little shots. It's called the little one. So those are 2 things that you can do. I'm going to show you a new trading aid that I got here that I think is going to really help with this centeredness of contact. So here's something else that I just recently got this. It's called the Speed Trap from Eyeline Golf, but I'm going to use this a lot as soon as it thaws. At any rate, it's really good for keeping your club sort of on path, making sure that it's not going too much in one direction, which will also help with centeredness of contact and getting you to hit it in the center of the club face. So basically all it is these foam with Velcro on the bottom, and you're going to make some swings, and you're going to try to miss the foam. You can move them closer together or farther apart as you get better, but what you do is you'd make some swings and gradually go to a full swing and just miss them. So if we move them real close together for somebody and they make a swing, and let's say that consistently their club path is in that direction to the left, they'd hit them, and it's really good because you're not going to hurt anybody with them. So that's called the Speed Trap. I'm going to use that in the spring, and I think it'll help a lot with centeredness of contact.